Hey, Alberto Gonzalez. It's Brother Greg. How you doing? I'm just talking to Steve. We're doing a radio show, and we'd like you to join us whenever you get a chance. It's really funny. We're making a whole lot of money. Okay. Give me a call back or text me. And Steve doesn't say hi, I guess.
Hello. I hope I got the right number.
Oh, yeah, I got it. Tim. Okay, I'll talk to you later. Love you, bro. Take care.
All right. Welcome back to the M25 Show. My name's Albert.
And I'm Steve.
And that's it.
That's it. Albert, you can continue while I finish up over here.
Continue what? Saying hi to people?
Yes.
Wondering about our whereabouts of our co-host? Alyssa, we know. She's got something going on. Eddie, we don't know. He's a man of mystery. Disappearing all the time. Showing up late.
Yep. Yeah, how do you know where he was at? You're telling me before the show you knew where he was at in his times of
I know
private times.
I have knowledge of where he shouldn't have been, and unless things change, things change.
You have knowledge where he shouldn't have been?
Yeah.
Is he in trouble?
No, he's not in trouble.
Oh, okay.
But like I said, in those places, things change all the time. So who knows? Maybe something changed. We'll ask him when he shows up. It's probably at Disneyland again.
I have no idea. Well, whatever he was doing, I know he was up last night. Well, I don't. I was up last night and having some conversation with him, not about this, but about some other things. And you know what? He did tell me he was somewhere doing what I think he was doing, because I asked if he was almost done. He said almost. So I don't know. Maybe he was somewhere else doing it. I don't know.
Maybe he's lying to you. He's like,
oh, maybe. Shit, I don't give a shit what he's doing. I don't even care if he shows up today.
We don't care what he does on his own time, but Thursdays 9 a.m. He needs to be here.
I don't know what's going on. Oh well. I don't know. I'm very surprised about what you said, because it's in code and I can't figure it out.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
When he gets here, I'll interrogate him.
I guess so. Will you be able to say where he was at without without using the words?
Well, not where he wasn't scheduled to be. Let's say.
Okay, so was he supposed to be somewhere else rather than the place he usually at?
No, he wasn't. Well, he wasn't supposed to be where he usually was,
Where he usually was?
or usually is, or
Where he usually is, his home base. I think his home base is his home base, right? Where we last left off, right? Unless he got moved and I didn't know.
No, he's still there.
Okay, so he was supposed to be at another place besides his home base.
No, he's supposed to be at his home base. He was not supposed to be at his home base. They say that.
Okay, so he was supposed to be somewhere else.
No, he's
Just he was supposed to be off.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Man, what do you the tracker now? You track everybody. You got access to everybody's.
I got low jacks on all of you.
Shit. Well, I don't even know what to say. Today is, I think it's going to be hot today. It's going to be Memorial Weekend, right?
Yes.
Correct?
Memorial Day weekend.
All right. Memorial Day weekend's this weekend. It's going to be a hot one where we're at anyway. I don't know. Is it cool anywhere in the United States? Memorial in any of the
maybe Alaska.
Besides Alaska, like maybe up north. Is it hot up there or is it cool?
It's supposed to be 83, low 80s today. Cooling down.
Oh, today?
Yeah, cooling down to the mid 70s for the weekend.
Oh, wow.
I know it got hot the last couple of days, but we're back on a cooling trend.
Okay, good. All right. Well,
you can turn off the AC.
So he was not supposed to be at his home base.
Yeah, he was not scheduled to be there.
Okay, did you have conversation or you just heard around the grapevine?
I was in his home base, and I saw his schedule.
Oh God. Okay, here we go. Are you over there now or no?
No, I was just there for the day.
Oh, okay. Okay, now I'm putting it all together now.
So I saw him. Oh, he's supposed to be off that night. So should be ready to go 9 a.m.
You're just lying to me.
Right. Bright-eyed. I don't know. Or like I said, you know how it is over there. They always change. Somebody calls out. They need somebody to come in. So
because I know it was an actual work night, not just a It was
I mean, unless I misread that schedule. So
I think you might have misread it because unless he had off on a on a freight night or I can't even. I have to use words that are a truck night. How's that? A truck night.
It was a trucker night. Yes.
Well, I don't know. I don't know what he's doing and taking him that long. You think he work at the beach at one of those beach places? Where he's. I don't know. Anyway, so it's a Memorial Weekend. And,
as you can tell, if you're watching, we got the patriotic logo up.
Yes, we should have that up all year.
Well, how companies do the American summer. So from now until September 11th, we'll have it on.
Yes, and for today's show, since it's Memorial Day, we got a pinup woman coming on, and just a few. And I don't know. We're gonna have to talk with Eddie. I know I told him that okay, you roll in when you can, but I think he takes it. he takes that leash all the way as far as he can.
He stops for coffee and stuff. No, you gotta be coming direct. He takes a.
Yeah, Steve said I could whenever I roll in. Yeah, well, I try to at least hurry to be on the show on time.
There's the Boulevard way back from his fortress, and then he goes the opposite way up the hill.
Yeah.
Have you ever been up
at his girlfriend's? Huh?
You ever been up that hill?
What hill?
If you go north from his fortress, then you go up these like little up the hill roads and.
Oh, he goes all the way around that other side.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know.
I would give the street, but Steve doesn't want people to know our city, so
no, we don't want that. We do not want that. When I was before we get our guest out here, you
What's
know, have you? I was thinking. I ran into. I didn't run into, but I saw an ex-girlfriend of mine a while back, like recently, at a place I was shopping at. Right, I haven't seen her in a long time. Right.
Yeah.
And it's been some years, and you know how that's kind of weird. You know, when you've dated somebody a long time, like as a girlfriend for a long time, and then break up, go your separate ways, and then you run into them years later. I mean, we didn't talk or nothing, but just seeing them in person, and it was very weird.
How so?
I don't know. I just felt I don't know. I felt like I wanted to leave. I don't know what that means, but I didn't.
Was it a bad breakup and you tried to flee?
Well, I don't know. I think it was. She wasn't very nice.
No.
You know, and I don't know. Don't ask me why I was attracted to that, because I'm usually whatever. I'm out of here. But
you were in the phase.
I was a fool to be treated that way. But
I don't know. So is that why you try to run?
No, I don't know. I think about why I let somebody be like that towards me, you know, when we were together. I don't know, maybe that love is blind thing. I don't know, but I think about it now, or after we broke up years later, I would think, I go, man, why did I put up, you know, with this person, you know, the way she was with me, you know? I was like, I would never do that today, you know. Like if somebody treated me like that, I'd be like, all right, I'm out of here. Apparently, you know, it's just not gonna work because
that's for time for you or what?
Yeah, just think about it and go, man, why did I let that woman treat me like that? So then when I seen her, I was like,
sex good at least?
Yeah, it was. I don't know. I think I just was she had something over me, and I really liked her a lot. And but she wasn't the right one, and I'm glad I didn't end up with her, because man, I don't know. I think I would have had not a very nice life, you know. Just, you know, always going out of your way doing, and it wasn't coming from that side. You know, it wasn't mutual, you know. You know, when you go all out for somebody and the other person goes all out for you, not even all out, it's just a little pinch, you know. And anyway, I just felt weird when I saw it. I was like, oh man, you know, you don't want to see that. You know, you got away from it and you're happy today. Excuse me.
We're coming back.
And then there's Eddie. So see, Eddie's late, and I get to tell everybody about my past ex that really treated me like shit. Thank you, Eddie. Get Eddie out here. Eddie's always making me tell stuff about my past.
As you can see, his camera's trying to connect. So
all right. Well, we're gonna get our guest out here in just a couple minutes. So he's late, and then he comes with this.
Sorry, folks.
Oh God, looks like he's in a coffin. Eddie, you look like you're dead.
Eddie, where's your light?
Mm-hmm. All right, thank you, Eddie. Please look presentable. We have a guest coming on, and be courteous, please. And Alberto told me where you weren't supposed to be, so I hope you're not lying. We're gonna have a talk after the show, Eddie.
We gotta have a staff meeting
today.
What do you mean?
Yeah, that's what I figured. No,
don't use that word.
All right, well, Eddie, it's Memorial Day, Eddie. And just because you're late, I got to tell everybody listening about an ex that treated me like shit in the past. And I ran into her at the store not too long ago. And all Steve's I felt haunted. I feel like a little kid again.
Steve's having a different kind of Memorial Day.
Yes, I don't want that one no more. I don't want to go back to that, Eddie. Happy today. Wasn't happy you're late, but I'm happy.
No, you don't.
All right, but we're going to bring our guest, Eddie. You know who our guest is today, right? It's Memorial Day weekend. It's going to be Memorial Day weekend, okay? It's our Memorial Day show. Look at Eddie's late. He's calling the shots now. Look at this guy.
It's not. Mm-hmm. Here, let me change the logo for Eddie.
Yeah, let's change the logo because Eddie says nothing to do with Memorial Day.
Up, girl.
Okay, there you go. It's Christmas time. How's that? Is that better, Eddie? Eddie looked like an ornament. All right.
It's Memorial.
Okay, it's a Memorial Day show because Memorial Day weekend will be in a couple days. Is that Eddie?
It's our last show before
Pinup
Memorial
model.
Day.
Okay. Yes, you know the pinup model. I sent you the promo. You got it, I hope.
Mm-hmm.
He
Yes, I did.
gave it a peek, and that's it.
Yeah, just do me a favor, Eddie. When we bring her out, act a little more with enthusiasm, okay? Okay, please. She's a very beautiful woman, and we're very grateful to have her on. And act, I don't know, go take a line of Coke or something. Like, what's the matter with you? What are you, dead or something? You all right? Shit, you were late,
Yeah,
Eddie.
just
You
say
come
no.
in. Did you get jumped?
If you listen to the podcast, go to the M25show.com.
I had to work.
Watch the video feed.
Okay, we're going to discuss
I had
that
to
work
work.
thing. Somebody was looking at your schedule, and they want to second that notion that you were not supposed to be there.
They want
We'll
a
talk later.
question.
Yeah, we got questions, Eddie. We'll talk later after the show. Okay, we're going to bring our guest out now.
Yeah.
International pinup model Elizabeth Snow. I ran across her page on social media, and I saw her, and I was like, "Whoa, this woman is beautiful. I'm going to send her a message and see if she'd like to be a guest on our show." And luckily, she answered back, and we worked it out where she can come on. And today she's on, and we're going to bring her out right now. Elizabeth Snow. Hello, Elizabeth.
She agreed.
Hi, how are you guys?
Good. How are you?
I'm great, thank you. I had to get up so early today, but
Oh, thank you for getting up early. It's a pleasure to have you on.
this
It
takes
really
a while.
is. I can imagine. I want to first apologize for our co-host Eddie here. He was late today, and I got to apologize for him because he come on and then he's got the little buffer thing going on, and then he's in the dark looking black. He's like in the black closet.
It's okay.
I apologize.
I saw you guys picking on Eddie.
But you know Eddie, so there's Eddie here.
Yeah, shame on
Alberto on the bottom, and I'm Steve. We're the
Good
M25 Show, and welcome on our show.
Awesome. How is everybody?
Good. You know what? Since Eddie's late, I'm going to let Eddie answer the question because I know you were late because you were thinking of questions to ask our pinup model, correct?
Me?
I think we got a delay here. We have a delay?
I think so. I don't know.
Okay, Elizabeth.
I was late because I was working. I had to rush home from work to catch
I thought
Elizabeth on the show.
I thought Alberto was going to have to call AA again.
That's why I was late, Steve.
Yes, we know, Eddie. We're just playing around with you. So let me pull up Elizabeth here. Elizabeth, why don't you tell us a little bit about?
Tell you what?
Tell us a little bit about your pinup modeling.
I started doing pinup probably about
Been a while.
Like 24 or 5 years ago. So I know I don't look that old, but
no, you
I
don't.
am 42.
Wow.
And I just always had this inspiration from, Marilyn Monroe and some of the most famous actresses, and I always loved old movies. I used to watch a lot of old movies with my grandfather. And so a lot of that really inspired me to live this lifestyle because it's not really, pinup is not like a dress up thing that you just do. For some people it might be, but for a lot of true vintage lovers, it's pretty much a lifestyle. My furniture is vintage. I have a lot of vintage things, a lot of vintage jewelry and clothes, and sure, I do buy a lot of replica stuff that looks old, but I try to stay true to the vintage era. And it's like this is like really old, and for me, I love a lot of the people that are in the community. I feel like a lot of the people who are in pinup are very open-minded people. They tend to be more whatever makes you happy in your life, go for it. Cool. proud that you're doing what you love to do, because this is what I love to do. When I dress like this, I love when I have younger generations, even kids that go, oh my gosh, she looks so cool. You know, like that's the inspiration I want to set forth, that you don't have to do whatever is the trend now. You can be whoever you want to be and still be, you know, awesome.
Yes, I was gonna ask about that. As a pinup girl, like when you're saying that you like stuff around the house, you get vintage or retro stuff, right? So you're into it. You're into it also
Yeah.
outside of the
Yeah.
modeling and stuff like that, right? And also, are you in we've had women on that have been in pinup model groups or something like that. I don't know if you're involved in those or.
I am not a part of a specific girl clan. I don't know what they call them. I've always been kind of a loner. Even when I was in high school, I was kind of the girl that was popular, but not popular like cheerleader popular, like every group knew me and I was friends with kind of everyone. So I never really tried to set myself in a I don't like to set myself boundaries of like who I'm going to be friends with. I'm going to be friends with whoever I want to be friends with. And I feel like when you get in a group and you're specifically in a group, you kind of have to I noticed a lot of those type of things tend to be very cliquey, and my dog's probably going to bark like an idiot in a second because my room is walking in.
Oh, wow. You weren't kidding.
Yes. Lay down, bro. But I saw him coming back from the gym. I'm like, this is great.
You weren't kidding when you said that.
He has quite a funny bark. But yeah, so I don't
hear you.
know if I would ever like be a part of a group or whatever, or be strictly to a group, but I'm happy to be friends with anyone who wants to treat me with kindness and respect. And I have a few people in the community that I'm really, really close with, like besties. So that's kind of how I do things.
I got you. So you do your own thing. Don't want to be tied into
I don't do
a group
drama.
that's got. I got what you're saying. Well,
I feel like the pinup community, as great as it is, it also can carry a lot of drama. And so for me, I'm just not about that.
The safest way is just to do your thing, and you're your own boss, I guess you can put it. I guess, you know.
Yeah.
Right? You
Absolutely.
can do whatever makes you happy.
I've always been my own boss. You know, I grew up in foster care. I went into foster care at a very young age of 6, and I've always had this mindset that like I'm going to be better than the people who raised me, and that I'm going to allow myself to do the things that I love, because I feel like my childhood wasn't that great. And because of that, I really immerse myself in the things that make me happy, and not necessarily trying to make everyone around me happy. And I just feel like if people love me, they're going to accept the things that make me happy and accept whatever it is that I do. So, and support me. So far I've had great luck with that. So
very well said. I'm going to pull up all of us here, and I'm going to let the man of the hour on this side of the screen ask you a couple questions, right, Eddie?
Awesome.
Let me pull Eddie up here. You got a question for our guest, Elizabeth? No.
Yes, Elizabeth. First of all, you look really pretty. Your dress.
Thank you.
Your dress looks really nice. How hard is it to shop for vintage clothing?
Oh, you know, I was just talking to my bestie about this. I was saying how it's such a shame that there are some curators out there who will curate vintage clothes from places, and then they completely they mark it up so much that the average person, or even, I wouldn't say that I'm like average or anything, but it's to a point where you're like, well, I can't see the value in buying that. I'm talking $7,000, $10,000 for a dress. And so it really does lower the market of like, you really have to hunt. You got to go to Goodwills, you got to go to thrift shops, you got to go to, you know, resale vintage stores. And yeah, you don't find typically those amazing pieces that you're like, oh my goodness, I really want that so bad. But every now and then I'll find something that I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't believe this is still here. Or I'll find something that needs a little work and it's marked, you know, decently. So you can get some vintage clothes. I mean, at Goodwill, you can find it for fairly cheap. It's usually not the best stuff. And then at like other types of thrift stores that are, you know, based on vintage, those stores, you can get things for, you know, probably like $75 through $500 per dress. Like this one, I just took the tag off of it. I had to do some fixing on it. Somebody sewn the from like mid thigh down to the bottom, like this much on both sides. So when you put it on, you couldn't get it over your bottom. And so then if you did happen to get it up, you were kind of, you know, only able to like wiggle around it to move because it was so restrictive on the legs. But just taking those seams out, it made the dress fit perfectly. And I feel like those are the kind of finds. And then this dress was only $100. So with all the gold lame and all the detail in this dress, I think, you know, with the condition, it was worth $100 for sure. But I tend to have a hard time finding my size specifically. Like I do tend to find a lot of vintage, but I was considered plus size, and I'm only wearing a US size 8 and smaller, just really depending, because I got a bigger bottom and a bigger chest, but my waist is really small, so I have to like take a lot of stuff in kind of right here. But that was considered plus size.
Are you a tall woman? I'm curious.
Yes, I'm 5'8.5". So I'm considered tall. When I wear heels, I'm usually towering almost everyone.
Tall blonde. That's a good. Eddie, another question for our guest. I'm going to let Eddie. I think Eddie's on a little delay, but I'm going to bring him up.
Eddie had a great question, though. I love that question.
Yeah, I have a niece who's into vintage clothing, and she has a hard time finding stuff but she dresses really cute. That they don't replicate the clothing from past stand because it's elegant and it looks really good.
I mean, and vintage inspired
do you
is
do like
just
swap
fine
meets
too.
and like
swap meets? Okay, let me bring her back up. Do you ever get your stuff at the swap meet, or do you have swap meets where you're at?
You know what? I don't think there's a swap meet around here, but we have a lot of. When I travel around any state that I go to, I will go to wherever the antique stores are, because the antique stores usually have, some of the booths have vintage clothes. And so if I go to Texas or North Carolina, and I even in certain states have favorite stores that I go to specifically knowing that they have vintage clothes. So I wouldn't say it's a swap meet. I know that out there you guys have like a really big swap meet at Long Beach.
Eddie, where's that swap meet? Is it in where's our big swap meet, Alberto?
I know the Rose Bowl
Santa Fe Springs.
The Rose
Bowl? Santa Fe.
There's one there, Paramount.
There's Paramount. The only one I know is Santa Fe Springs.
But like
where they're all over out
ones
here.
That carry antiques is like
I know that they have a really big one
the Rose Bowl
in Long Beach. and it's only once a month.
In Long Beach.
Pasadena has one too, my
Mhm.
friend is saying on your Instagram.
Instagram. Who's that, Alberto? Was that Nick?
I was Pinup Kelly Khan.
Kelly Gunn, she said that she used to live in California, and
Okay.
she said Pasadena has one. But yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Also,
yeah,
you can buy vintage fabric still. There's a lot of places that sell vintage fabric, and you go buy vintage fabric, a vintage pattern, and make your own. Because even back in those days, a lot of the women couldn't afford to go buy the designer stuff, so they would just buy their fabric
Okay.
and make their own stuff.
Make it.
Mhm.
That's cool. I was picturing you like you wake up like this.
I wish.
You
You
know.
should have seen me this morning with the rollers and the tie, silk scarf, and I typically
How long does
feel
it
like
take?
I look like a hot mess, but
No, you look wonderful. How long does it take you to get dressed up for the show today? For something like this, or if you're going to do a shoot?
I started getting ready at 7:30, and I was done by 8:30, and then I made a few TikToks because whenever I get dressed up for an event, I usually will make a few TikToks. So
Of course, you have to do that. You got to promote. Eddie,
I
I'm
take
going to
advantage.
ask. Yeah, you got to. Why don't you tell everybody where they can follow you on all your social medias, so they can go watch your TikToks and all that stuff.
On TikTok, I'm l.elizabeth.s. I do have a link tree that I think you guys have shared where everyone can find all of my social medias. On Instagram, my name is elizabeth.s.83.
Okay.
And then on Facebook, it's just Elizabeth Snow.
Okay. By any chance, on Instagram, is your link tree link in the bio? Because I know on Instagram it's hard to post links on a post.
Yes,
It won't let
on
you.
Instagram is a link for my link tree.
Okay, so everybody go to Elizabeth's Instagram and go straight to her bio, and her link tree's there. Correct, Elizabeth?
Yes.
And then you can get all of her social media and all her stuff that you can go find her on TikTok, Facebook, whatever she's on is on there. It's instant. We were talking about this last week about Instagram. When you try to post, let me pull this all up here. I'm just looking at you talking. When you're on Instagram and you try to post a link, it doesn't light up where you can click it unless you put it in your bio. Like, let's say you sent me your link tree, right? And we put it on our page on Facebook. You can click it. It'll take you there. But on Instagram, let's say we made a post and in the comment box or even the post, we put that link. It's just all black. You can't click it. It doesn't let you go anywhere.
Well, on Instagram, if you make a story, when you make the story, you could go press the thing for the stickers and stuff. And they have a thing that says link. You can add a link that way. And that does work.
Okay, I guess you can do it through the story.
Yeah, you can do it through the story, which is...
So, but if somebody's hunting for you and they find your page, your link tree is in your bio.
Yes, on Instagram. And that's elizabeth.s.83.
Okay. And then for the link that we have, we'll post it on, you know what? I'll do something later on a story or Instagram too, and I'll post your link tree on there. And then Facebook, of course, that's easy. And then TikTok. But
awesome.
we'll get them up there today sometime. And let's pull up Eddie again because I think there's a little delay, Alberta, with the Eddie. Am I hearing right? Does that sound right?
I think there's something wrong with Eddie's computer.
Yeah, there's a little delay, Eddie. I don't know if you're listening to us, but I think when he's asked you a question and then you start talking, he keeps talking because there's a delay for some reason. I don't know. But Eddie, let's try it one more time. You were talking about where she was getting her vintage clothing, and your niece dresses. She dresses retro or pinup-ish, and she has trouble finding stuff like what certain places.
Vintage. She likes the vintage stuff.
So were you asking Elizabeth what's that's
certain
how we
places,
turned
yeah,
out.
she has trouble finding it. But her mom sews, so her mom.
Okay, so Elizabeth, you kind of get what your suggestion for Eddie's
Her
niece
mom
would be.
sews, so her mom kind of.
Her mom sews. Okay.
Yeah. So my suggestion would be to go online, buy some vintage patterns. They also have replica vintage patterns, like they're like bringbacks, and it's a pattern that the pattern company had in the past that they brought back because it's so popular. So you could always do that, and it's a lot cheaper to buy vintage fabric and make
And
your own.
if you're
mom
lucky
does know
enough,
how to sew, that
yeah.
would be a great solution.
Make
That would
your
be
own, yeah.
cost effective, and then it's still technically vintage if you have vintage fabric.
What do you think, Eddie?
Mhm.
If it's vintage fabric, it's vintage clothing. If you can have, luckily you know somebody that
Yeah, I
can
think that's a
sew.
good idea.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah, her mom actually sews, and her mom.
He's freezing up.
Yeah, I think so. Her mom sews, Elizabeth.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that helps
she
out a
wears.
lot.
She should probably teach her, because if she
Yeah.
really is into vintage fashion, if she learned to sew,
Mhm.
Oh wow,
she could just make so much stuff.
Yeah,
that's a good idea, Eddie. Maybe she should learn
make
to
money
sew
too,
from
huh?
her mom. I mean, I don't know. I guess you have to teach that, right? I mean, I
It
don't know
could
how
be
to
a
sew.
nice little bonding thing. I
Teach
don't
her
think it's really that
clothing
complicated. I
business.
think once you get the hang of it, it's pretty easy.
Yeah. I have another question. If
Mhm.
somebody was interested in buying like photos of you, like pinup photos that they really liked of you, can they do that? Do they just contact you, or is that on your link tree, or do you even do that?
Sometimes when I do pinup pageants, I'll bring posters, pictures. I sometimes bring a Polaroid camera, and I'll sell a Polaroid picture with me, and then I sign the Polaroid.
Oh, cool.
I have a whole bunch of posters. There's a lot of magazines out there of me that you could get, from Retro Lovely, Playboy, Penthouse. There's an England magazine called Shush that I've done quite a bit. It's like a seam stocking themed magazine.
Mhm.
And I've had people show up at shows to get autographs on those things. I don't typically buy like 8x10s and sign them and send them out to people. But
Okay.
if people wanted to have something signed, they could mail me their magazine or whatever it might be, and I can sign it and send it back to them.
Okay. That's a good idea. I don't think we came across that. If somebody has something, they send it to the person, have them sign it, and send it back.
Yep.
That's pretty cool.
I've actually done that a couple times. But
And
usually people show up to, the car shows and the pinup pageants, and they know that I'm going to be there, and I'll sign stuff.
That's their chance to get your signature, right?
Absolutely.
I think that's a good idea with that Polaroid. That's pretty retro too. That's cool.
Yeah, the Polaroid thing is something I started when I started doing pinup pageants. I just thought, this would be cool to just like take a few photos with the Polaroid, and I have a magnetic board that I stick a few on. And so every time I do a pageant, I always bring it and just take a few of me and some of my girly friends. And then I have that Polaroid on my thing in my room.
Very, very cool. Okay, well now we're gonna, before I let Eddie ask another question, before we try the I know he's lagging. We're really trying here with Eddie, but I wanted to ask, do you have any upcoming events coming that people can, if they're around you, they can go check you out?
Yes, I actually am going to be in this pageant in October called Queen of the Mother Road. It's up in Kingman, Arizona.
Okay.
I'll be there in October, and if you look on my Instagram, there will be details on that. I also applied for a pageant coming up. I'm not sure yet if I'm going to be in, but it's for veterans out of the it's going to be at a VFW, and it's to support, veterans.
Mm-hmm.
And I applied for that one, but we do not know yet if I'm in. This one is a little different. Sometimes you can just fill out a little thing, a little form, and it's first come, first serve, and you could be in the pageant. And then there's other ones where you have to write a bio about yourself and why you want to be in that pageant, and then you get selected. So I've applied for that one, and I think I'm going to find out this week if I'm going to be in that pageant or not, and that if I do get into that pageant, it will be on my Instagram feed as well. I was trying to look for the group so that I could. It's called Pinups for Patriots, and it's going to be called Patriot Palooza.
Okay. Is that out in Arizona?
Yes, all of those are in Arizona. I don't typically do pageants out of state yet. So.
Okay. Well, when you find out about this, let us know, and we'll throw it up on our page and direct people to your page. One or the other, we'll get it up there. And
Awesome.
Let me see here. Before we go, I'm going to ask you if you can do something special for us, but I'll wait on that. Eddie, let me pull Eddie up here. Eddie, can you hear us pretty good over there?
I can hear you, but you're cutting in and out.
Oh, dear, yeah. See, we have a bad connection with
I
Eddie.
can hear you, but you're cutting
Eddie.
in and out.
Yeah.
Eddie, you need to find a better spot closer to your Wi-Fi.
I think so. I think Eddie clicked on. Might have to click on and off.
He's just
again,
being retro with his Wi-Fi. That's all.
Oh, he's got that dial-up going. Huh. Eddie, you got the dial-up. Alberto, do you have anything to ask Elizabeth? Oh, God, is that me?
You what?
We're all going retro here. I'm sorry. I touched the keyboard.
Yeah,
sorry. Alberto, do you have a question for Elizabeth?
No, but Instagram's going wild. We have Paris Holman. I think my Holman was on there also earlier. Earlier, Pinup Kelly Gunn. We have It's Goldie Frocks.
Miss Goldie Frocks. She's so beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I think earlier Paris asked, told us to ask you about when you were on the Howard Stern show.
Oh. Yeah, I went on the Howard Stern show originally as a promo model who was giving away a check to the person with the largest hemorrhoid.
Oh, goodness. Okay.
You know, Howard does some crazy thing, but
back in the days he did.
Well, did you give the did you get to give the check away to the person?
I gave the check away to the person, and then I don't know if you guys know who Howard Stern's. I think it's his ex-wife now, who she is, but I look a lot like his ex-wife. A lot of people go, you're like a doppelganger. And I'm like, oh, thank you so much. I mean,
what did he say? Did he say you look like her?
So, interestingly enough, I had been in contact with one of the producers had called me and said, hey, you were on this show and we really want to know more about you and how you ended up in this promo gig. And back then I was just taking any modeling job that I could get because I was pretty much, 19 and like fresh out of high school and just trying to do the modeling thing because I won a scholarship when I was 16. I went to modeling school, and then when I was out of school, I just really tried to hit it hard getting out there in New York City because I grew up in New Jersey. Mm-hmm. And I was going to New York City on the train every day and showing up at different things. So one of them just tended to be this promo thing for Howard. So anyways, they were like, well, we want to know more about you. And I think it's because I look like his wife. And I said, well, I just did my first Playboy and I wanted to move to the city and I thought about becoming a entertainer. And I always watch the Howard Stern show. So I want to see if I could get into the club that he always talks about, which is downstairs from his studio, which is Scores. You guys heard of that, or you know of any of that?
Okay. It's a club?
Yeah, it's a club. And so I went in there, and I was pretty shy. I was not really cut out for that. But I went in there and I was like, oh, I did Playboy. I want to try and do this. And then they didn't hire me. And I could not understand for the life of me why they didn't hire me. So I was telling this producer that, like, hey, I've been here before. I tried to audition at the place downstairs because I knew that Howard Stern, you know, talk so highly of this place. So I just wanted to see, because I always loved the whole burlesque thing, and I thought, oh, I could be like that, you know?
Yeah.
So then I'm like, I just don't understand why they didn't hire me. They wouldn't give me a reason why they wouldn't hire me. So they were like, well, we want you to come back on the show and we want to talk about why you weren't hired.
Oh, wow. So why weren't you hired?
Okay, so I get in there and I'm standing there, and he goes, well, you're really beautiful. And I'm like, well, thanks. I look like your wife. And then I'm like, he says, well, maybe it's because your butt smells. And I'm like,
oh, wow.
what? What do you mean maybe it's because my butt smells? It was just like the oddest thing to like bring up. Maybe your butt smells.
Wow.
And he's like, well, the only thing that we could think of is to have you over and we'll check. So yes, Howard Stern smelled my butt. That was not the issue whatsoever.
Oh, wow.
But then he called down to Scores and said, hey, I just want to know why you didn't hire this girl, and sent my information down, my picture down, and they go, oh, well, it's because she's really young and she doesn't live in New York City. But if she lived in New York City, we would maybe hire her. But the traffic in and out of New York City from New Jersey is really bad, and we just, you know, we don't want to deal with girls that are flaky, not showing up, this and that. So I ended up, once the show was over, they were like, hey, we just want to know if you want to go down there and re-audition, and we'll make it look like you got hired. And I was like, no, that's okay.
We'll make it look like you got hired?
Yeah, that's what they were saying. They were like, we'll make it look like they hired you because we asked them to, and you could go down there and we'll take a little video of you dancing around. And I'm like, no, that's okay. I'm all right with that. And because I realized when I went there that that wasn't really for me.
I hear you.
You know, and I just kind of, but Paris, who is my bestie.
Is that your girlfriend?
She's one of my pinup besties. She knows all the funny stories. But yeah, she was like, always cracks up when I tell her like my funny stories. Because I'm pretty expressive. I could have gone on and on about the story in more detail and it would have been even funnier, but I know you only have a limited amount of time. So
was that who asked the question, Alberto, on the Instagram?
Yeah,
is that your friend? Oh, okay. Well,
yeah, that's who it is. She's naughty girl.
So she just wanted you to tell everybody that on Howard Stern shows he smelled your butt. Wow, he had to go through all that just to smell your butt, huh?
He went through a lot. Poor guy. But yeah, I was a lot younger and a lot more naive and a lot sillier back then.
Okay. You know what? Before we get out of here, I'd like you to do something for us if you can. Oh, you know what? Before I forget, this check you gave to the person with the biggest hemorrhoid, did you get to see it, or you just took their word for it that it was big?
I did not get to see the hemorrhoid, but what ended up happening is that they had a doctor in there to look at all of the contestants' butts behind some kind of curtain.
All right.
And that doctor got to judge who had the worst hemorrhoid. And the idea was the check was to pay for a surgery to remove the hemorrhoid.
Did the doctor say it was a pretty big?
I feel like all of them sounded horrid, and I don't wish that on anybody.
Okay. I was just wondering. I was hoping you weren't had to be the judge for this, because that would have been a good. I don't know. You'd never forget that, would you?
Oh, I'm pretty sure that I'm good enough with dealing with the birth of my own children and that kind of scene. That was plenty. I don't need to see anyone else's.
Hemorrhoids. Okay. What I wanted to do here is before we go, I know you do TikToks and you do things. I was wondering if you can do something for us, maybe a retro or vintage something, pin up, like maybe just a small, I don't know, 10, 15 second something, and we'll clip it, send it to you, and we'll post it. Just something, retro, a little clip that you could promote yourself. Maybe imitate somebody or just be you, or
I really don't have any imitations, but I guess I do a lot of pinup shoots, so I could go through a few poses that I might do as a pinup model.
Okay, well, do you I've seen your TikToks. You know how sometimes they have the voices in the background, you kind of just lip sync them and stuff like that.
I do that quite a bit.
Something like that, but we'll do it live. That way, when we send it to you, this thing will be live. It'll be you, and you can post it on your pages. I know I'm putting you on the spot, but I think
it's hard to think of like what it is. So, like when I get on TikTok and I do something, I just scroll onto like some of the sounds, and I'm like, oh, that one's funny. I'm gonna do that one.
Okay. Well, if you can't think of anything, that's cool. I just thought maybe you would wing something, because I think that would be a cool little thing to put on your pages, that it's actually you doing it.
Grab a vintage camera. Grab a prop. Okay. I guess my people on here are asking me to go grab
Alberta, her people must be on Instagram. Is that what's going on?
Yeah, I'm looking at all the Instagram messages. So let me go.
I can't see Instagram. Alberto can. I can see the YouTube messages and Facebook. So Instagram, Alberto sees. I don't get to see those comments.
He's watching that Instagram. There's a lot of people on Instagram because I invited quite a few people. So.
Oh, very cool. Well, Instagram people, thanks for coming in. And while I'm talking to your followers, you can get a prop. I don't know what it's going to be.
I know. Let me go figure this out. I'll be right back.
Okay. Alberto, you think she's going to get a picture of the time Howard Stern smelled her butt?
I don't know if there's any pictures of that.
What? I'm sitting here thinking he went through all that just to smell her butt. That guy's too much, huh?
He played the long game.
Yeah, he played the long game, Eddie. What is up with that? Why didn't you just ask? Man, Eddie, I think Eddie's internet is not working that well. Eddie, we're on a big delay with you. I don't know if your connection's bad, or you may have to sign on and off again. Does that help sometimes, Alberto?
Try to jump back on.
Sometimes.
Because Eddie, if you're listening, you're like kind of on a, yeah, because you're on a big what do you call that? A drag?
Delay.
Delay. You're on a big delay when you talk.
I can hear you.
Yeah. So anyway, I don't know. Would you if you were given money, Alberto, to judge the biggest hemorrhoid, and you had to actually judge it, would you do that?
It depends on the money.
Okay, let's say this could be $10,000 cash, and they're all men, no women, and then they're all bent over. I don't know. Are these inside hemorrhoids, or are these the ones that come on the outside?
These were outside ones. Okay, so what I did is I grabbed a few things that are like some of my favorite vintage things that I have.
Okay.
And then, so I don't really make a skit because I can't think of anything. I'm not that clever.
Yes,
I'll show you a few of my vintage things that I think are pretty awesome.
And we're doing this for all your your besties and your friends on Instagram. I didn't know they're all flocked to Instagram to watch you. So this is just for you and for your followers on Instagram. You want to do
Yes,
something really
awesome.
cute and vintage for us.
I think that they're gonna like this. So
Okay, let's do it.
this thing right here, this little square up here, is a piece of Elvis's underwear.
Oh,
This was given to me as a gift. I have a lot of Elvis and Marilyn Monroe stuff. This was given to me as a gift. And so, yeah, that's a super cool little thing. Like, and a lot of people are like, you got Elvis, these Elvis's whitey tighties? Yes, I do. And then I have this cute little Cupid doll, which I love because my grandmother used to call me her Cupid doll. So I have this one.
what's a Cupid doll, Alberto?
A Cupid doll is this style of doll. It's got the little like fake curl in the hair, and they're usually little chubby naked babies.
Okay.
Um,
Very cute. So she's got Elvis's underwear and a doll.
Elvis's underwear. Then there's this one. Let me see if I can get it to open. This is a camera
Oh,
that I have. It still works if I had the film for it. But this is a cool one. And then my last thing I'm going to show you, I have to take you over to it because
okay.
it's big and I can't move it. So
Okay.
let me bring you over there.
Oh, okay. Let's see. This will be the.
This is
Oh,
fine.
who's that? Who's that on the wall?
I have to get you set. But
Who's that, Alberto?
this is a
Elvis.
phonograph.
Oh,
And I don't know if you've ever seen, well, also
Elvis.
my Velvet Elvis up there is one of my most prized possessions. But this is a phonograph, and phonographs don't need electricity. So what you do is there's a crank here, and you just wind it,
oh,
and then you pull your thing over to the record, which is a very thick, they were very thick back then.
wow! Look at that.
Item. And then pull your needle over, and then you pull this thing, and then it will play. Bring you over so you can see it.
That's cool.
Oh, cool.
And it has like a door down here, and down here holds all the records.
Wow, that's very cool. Can you do me a favor and stand next to it and say, "My name is Elizabeth Snow, and I am."
Yeah, that is something that I love that I have, and
That's really neat. I didn't know the record for that thick.
the records for that were very, very, very thick.
Very cool. Okay, well, let me pull up Eddie. Eddie, I don't know if you're still on delay, but would you like to say anything to Elizabeth before we let her go? Is he on delay, Elizabeth?
Just thank
He'll
her
get
for
it right
coming
now.
on and continue. Thank you for coming on and continued success. Maybe
Thank
you come out to
you.
California, we can go out and see you at a pageant.
Yeah, I would love to do a few California pageants.
Very cool. Alberto, got anything for Elizabeth?
David Dunes, come on, says Elizabeth is beautiful. She reminds me of Audrey from Little Shops of Horrors.
Okay.
Awesome, thank you.
All right. Well, Let me pull you up. Oh no, I'm going to leave you. We're all here together. I want to thank you for coming on our show. It was a pleasure to have you on, and I'm happy that you trusted in us that we would have a professional interview with you. Sorry about the delay with Eddie, but
It's
we
okay.
really wanted you to come on, and we thought very highly of you. So thank you for coming on, and you're a friend of our show now. If there's anything we could do to help, any kind of promos, just let us know, and we'll do our best we can on our side.
Awesome. Thank you so much for having me. And I'm so glad that some of my followers were able to get on and learn a
Yes.
little more about me.
And thank your friend.
doing?
I guess it's your bestie
Oh,
that
yeah.
made you tell a story of Howard smelling your butt. That'll probably be the highlight of the show. But tell her thank you and the hemorrhoid
It's
story.
probably one of my most embarrassing things ever. It's like when you're there in Howard Stern's studio and he's like, "Let me smell your butt," and you're like, "What?" But I guess everyone gets a laugh out of it. So
It is funny when you think about it. But all of Elizabeth's friends watching on Instagram, thanks for tuning in to check out her interview. Very cool. I wish I could see the comments, but I'm sure Alberto we'll check them out later. And thank you, Elizabeth, and I hope you will be back on the show in the future. And like I said, when you find out the dates, if you're going to be at these shows you were talking about, let us know and we'll post them on our page for you.
awesome. Thank you.
All right.
Thanks for having me.
And tell your puppy that we said goodbye to.
Oh my goodness. He's a hemorrhoid. That's a real hemorrhoid right there.
Well, you see, Alberto, what our show does to most people did to the dog, put the dog to sleep.
Yeah.
So we're doing what we do best, Eddie. Well, Eddie's already
what's
asleep.
so funny about my dog is that my roommate has been my roommate for 2 years.
Woke up.
And
Damn.
every time my roommate comes out of his room, he growls and barks at him. Every time.
Oh man, that's a
Well,
you know what? That's a growl. I don't think I want.
I think he can hear Steve right now. That's why he's growling.
You sound like a lion. Jeez.
He's so crazy. He's crazy.
Oh God. We better let Elizabeth go.
And it's funny because as soon as he comes out, he goes up to him. He's like, "Hey, buddy, how about a treat?"
Oh my gosh, what is it?
He's all growl.
What is he?
He's a golden retriever, but he's special.
Damn, sounded like a mountain lion. I thought you had a mountain lion in there.
Come here, Gus.
Let's see what your doggy looks like.
He's a sweet boy. Come here. Come. Let's see if I can get him to come up here because I don't usually let him up here. Come on. Up. Sit.
Oh, look at Eddie.
Say hi.
And that's why he's upset. He wanted to sit down.
That's the guy.
What's his name? Elvis?
Gus.
Oh, Gus.
It's Augustus.
Okay, Augustus.
But we just call him Gus for short.
All right.
Paris says, "Trust me,
man. He's 8.
His bark is worse than his bite."
Paris says his bite is worse. What?
His
bark is worse than his bite.
He's the sweetest golden retriever.
He is very sweet. He is a really sweet boy. He growls at him every time.
I might use that soundbite with Elizabeth when she's there smiling real pretty, and then you hear the dog in the background sound like a damn lion.
Yeah, he's a little crazy. That's kind of funny.
Oh my goodness. Okay, Elizabeth, thank you so much for coming on.
Awesome. Thank you for having me.
You were great, and you're gonna be back on in the future. And
like I said, when you guys,
when you got the dates, send the dates, and we'll get them up.
Awesome.
All right, Elizabeth, you take care of yourself.
Bye.
Bye. Yeah, I thought it was a damn big old St. Bernard or something. The way he was growling, Alberto.
One of those police dogs, like the Belgian Malinois or whatever.
Oh, a Malamute?
No.
What is it called?
I forget what it's. Belgian something, and or like those cane corsos or something, like those big dogs.
You notice how when I said, "Hey, the dog was quiet for a while," and then mentioned something about the dog putting it to sleep, then it started growling. Hello, Michael. Oh my gosh. Yeah, Eddie is on a delay. I don't know what's happened to him. He's on a bad delay. You think it's just he just needs to be a startup or what?
I don't know.
I don't even know if he hears us.
He hears it, just don't want to say anything.
Oh, it's all a big play. Is he frozen or is he just staring at us like that?
I'm looking at his eyes. I can see some movement.
Eddie, if you're just messing around, this is the best thing you've ever done.
Yeah.
Stop it.
That's why we have full screen. We could have used that as a promo
Oh my
for the Halloween
No, I'm
show.
not messing
I look like Marty Feldman for a second.
around.
Eddie, you
I was looking
wanna?
at my thing. It says there's a week. My internet.
Weak signal. Yeah, you know what, Umberto? You know how we're live on Instagram?
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
it says.
Let
Let me
okay,
leave and
once the
try to
live
come
show's over and we go back, and I share the stream. It's like a
Yeah.
reshare. There's no comments on there, so I never get to see the comments. I wonder why they go away.
I don't know. I don't know
Just-
how Instagram works. David says, just like Steve loves brunettes because of Peggy Bundy, is why I like blondes because of Audrey. From, I guess, Little Shop of Horrors.
Oh, okay. Didn't Peg Bundy have a little bit of reddish hair too?
I think she was a redhead.
I think she was a redhead. Yeah, Eddie.
Mhm.
Well, I don't know. You're gonna ask Eddie. Well, I won't get the answer till tomorrow.
She's a redhead.
Yeah, she's a redhead, David. Peg Bundy's a redhead. Oh man. Yeah, that was pretty. That the what was that called? The Vitrola,
Trolla.
or what was that the record player she had? Isn't that a what was that called?
I don't
The
know.
record
Something
player.
something phone.
It's not a xylophone.
No.
That was pretty cool. I didn't know the records were that thick.
Yeah, back in the days.
Yeah, Eddie's is
A megaphone.
Eddie, just stand there and look cute.
yeah, I think you just look better opening your eyes real big.
You know, it's kind of like when I look at Instagram, there's like a delay. It's almost what Eddie's doing.
Stop it.
You ever see like when they have like high speed chases on TV and they call some expert at their house and they're watching like on cable or satellite? So, you know, it's
Saying
you
all
know,
these
you see like something happen, like the guy runs a red light, and then like 15 seconds later, the guy on the phone, oh yeah, you look at it, he just ran a red light, and you know, in live he's
it
already
already
down the
happened.
street.
Yeah.
It's phonographs.
That's what's
Happened
going on
like
with
5
Eddie.
minutes ago. I don't know what to tell you, Eddie. You just redhead is what I meant. Yeah.
It's a phonograph, Steve.
It's a phonograph? It's a phonograph. That's
It's
what
a
it's called.
phonograph.
I believe, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I don't know. I couldn't tell what was playing on there, but I'm sure it
Mhm.
was something
That's what it's
retro.
called.
I couldn't make out the song.
Kind of cool.
Yeah, it is. Pinup girls. Well, that's pretty interesting. She's not in a pinup girl group,
I was.
but she'll be friends with anybody. So I guess that's kind of cool. I guess you're not tied into anything or any rules or anything. You just enjoy your pinup retro-ish
Yeah, she does
life, I guess.
her own thing.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. You know, I saw this thing about what does it mean when, let me see if I took a picture of this. Nope, I didn't. It's what does it mean when, okay, you got a couple, right? A man and a woman.
Yeah.
What does it mean when the guy always wants to do it from behind?
He doesn't like her face.
I don't know. I mean, what could be the reasons? I guess that could be a reason. I don't know. That's the first thing you could think of.
Yeah.
Why, Eddie? Do you have any better reason? Any more different kind of reason? Not better, but different reason. We have to wait, guys.
It's processing it down Eddie's computer.
Different the back. Maybe he's
Yeah.
better for him. I don't know.
What do you mean better for him? What do you mean? He likes the sight, or what do you call it? He likes the view.
I mean, maybe
Maybe he has a small dick.
yeah, maybe likes
Oh, what does that have to do? What does that have
I
to
think
do?
I think I read somewhere that's the best position for if you're not big down there.
Eddie, is that true? Eddie's gonna look. Hold on.
no, because you would think no. I don't think so.
Yeah, I never heard that before. Yeah, what position would be best if you're don't have a big one and you're gonna have sex with a woman? What position is the best to make it feel like you're all man? I'll let
Missionary,
Eddie. Missionary?
I think.
That's the position to make you feel like
Mm-hmm.
you're well hung.
There's nothing in the. Because there's nothing in the way. It's just you and her. She has a big butt, and you can't.
So this one, the School
Can't
of
get in there.
Sport, the 10 best sex positions for men with smaller penis.
Okay.
Position number 1, pillow-supported missionary for deeper penetration and intimacy.
That's the number one.
Yeah. Number 2, doggy style.
Okay. I thought you had to kind of be big if you want, especially what if the girl's got a big butt?
Or maybe they go with the small butt
That's what I
girl.
said.
Okay, I guess a small butt girl. Okay.
Number 3, cowgirl.
Cowgirl. Is
Woman
that
on top.
backwards?
No, that's woman on top.
Oh, just on top.
Yeah.
Okay. Why they
Number
call it
4.
cowgirl? Isn't that
Because
right? Oh, riding.
She's riding you like a horse.
Okay, gotcha.
Number 4, spooning side by side for comfort and closeness.
Oh.
And that's it. I'm not going to read all 10.
So missionary. So guys, if you're not
Supported with a pillow.
a missionary,
Yeah.
so
I
you
guess
put it
put a pillow underneath her and
under her back or her butt.
somewhere
Yeah,
down there.
Prop her up.
Okay. All right. So guys, if you know, let's just say you don't have it down there, that you got something, but it's you're not swinging down there. Missionary is your position. Get yourself a sex pillow, put it under her, and then give her all you got. Put on some vintage. What's some retro music you can make love to, Eddie? What could there? Jerry Lee
Back in the
Lewis,
days,
Little
it-
Richard, huh? The Lion Sleeps
You make
Tonight.
love to Jerry Lee Lewis. What's wrong with you?
Okay. Hey, I don't know. Well, give me a song. Okay. Well, a whole lot of shaking going on. I don't know.
Well, you
Like,
want that 40s? Isn't that like the 40s music?
No.
Okay.
So big band or whatever.
So you're gonna have sex to the big
Like
band
Keith
music?
Sweat music.
No, there's no Keith
You know
Sweat
that-
back then. Stop it.
That kind of
Sweat.
zoot suit music.
Oh, like Pachuco?
Yeah, I guess so.
Hey,
I don't
Pachuco.
know any
How do you have
songs.
sex to that? Stop it. I'm talking like lollipop. Oh, I don't know. Not like
Okay,
hey,
that's
Pachuco.
That's 50s. I guess that's kind of vintage.
Yeah, 50s is vintage. What are you talking about? That's like Happy Days, right? That's retro, isn't it? Or you
Yeah,
want to go way back
there you
into
go.
the golden?
I found my thrill on Blueberry Hill.
Yeah, huh? Okay. Fats. We can listen to
I
Fats.
found my thrill on Blueberry Hill.
When I think of retro
Minnesota
girls, I
Fats,
think
or
of
what's his-
the 50s.
Dominant.
That's what I think of.
I would go to the 40s because that's
Mhm.
during World War II. They were doing all that pinup work.
Okay, who's singers from the 40s, Eddie? Can you guys think of a song in the 40s that's famous that everybody would know?
I don't know. I was born then.
Well, because
That kind of music is the music you've heard, but you don't know the name of the song.
okay.
You know,
So when you get to the 50s is when you start knowing like who it is, like when I said Jerry Lee Lewis, Eddie almost had a heart attack. Yeah, Little Richard, Fats Domino, Chubby Checker.
you got
Who else?
the
who else
Andrew
is there?
sisters. Oh, this is the
Domino.
40s. Sorry,
What was
Even
that?
Smokey. Was it Smokey Robinson back then? Cruising together.
He's probably canceled now, but
Smokey Robinson.
Stop it. Leave the guy alone.
he's actually in trouble right now. So.
I know, but we're talking about his music back.
Captain and Tennille.
Guess he was cruising a little too much. Captain and Tennille was the 70s.
Captain and Tennille.
I think the captain in them was they were in the 70s. I think. No. Stop it, Eddie. That's not.
About the
I'm talking
Temptations.
Temptations.
That's 60s.
Yeah. What was the one with the lion? The lion sleeps tonight. Who sing? What song is that? Is that what it's called? The lion sleeps tonight.
I assume that's the name.
The lion sleeps tonight. I'm gonna play that.
That's Simba, isn't it? The Lion King?
No, Eddie, we don't.
They use it in the movie. That's the token.
Oh, do they? That's what I think. Wasn't that on Ace Ventura when he was making love?
Maybe.
Huh.
Remember when the door opened and all the birds and everything were coming out? And
the song "The Lion Sleeps Tonight" that was by the Tokens in 1961.
Oh, that was the 60s too. All right, well,
Just beginning of the decade. It'll count.
Okay, Elvis. How about Elvis? Oh, how about Elvis, Eddie?
Early Elvis.
Early Elvis.
Yeah.
You want to do it? You want to do the Jailhouse Rock?
What's
Yeah. What's so funny about the Jailhouse Rock? Oh, what's so funny about Jailhouse?
I don't know if that's a good sex song.
Oh yeah, I don't know.
Unless it's role playing.
Yeah, Eddie, I don't know if Jailhouse Rock's a good sex song. A whole lot of shaking going on. Yeah, Eddie, what about a whole lot of shaking going on? You can't have sex to that? When he says,
Yeah.
What's when he starts talking? He says, "Bring the music down," and he starts talking. He's like, just wiggle it around a little bit, a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
You don't like that, Eddie? I can have sex. Well, I guess I could.
Not makes it.
How about Great Balls of Fire?
You can have sex to any song. It's just whatever works for you. Goodness gracious, Great Balls of Fire.
There you go. Yeah, she was.
No, I think the one from the other song from that movie. What was it?
From
Unchained Melody?
Oh, the slow one?
No, from Ghost.
Oh, that's
one. Or the one in
Righteous Brothers.
Take My.
No, that's Top Gun.
Get the hell out of
Yeah,
here.
Take My Breath Away
He's got
from
his
the
movies mixed up.
All 80s movies to Eddie are all the same.
No.
These are the Righteous Brothers were singing in Top
Righteous
Gun.
Brothers.
Oh, they didn't they sing that in
the Righteous Brothers were in
Righteous Brothers.
Ghost.
That was in Ghost.
But didn't they play the song on the jukebox or something on Top Gun?
Yeah, you
breath
lost
away.
your loving feeling. Take My Breath Away was Berlin.
So what's the one on Ghost?
Song where Tom Cruise is
Unchained Melody, I believe.
the Righteous Brothers.
Unchained Melody. Eddie, you're gonna have to fix that.
Oh, the one in Top Gun where Take My Breath Away. Take My Breath Away.
Eddie's responding to last week's show at this point.
Okay, so you're talking about making love music now. Well, I was talking about like sex.
Yeah.
That's love making when you listen to can you sing the song from Ghost?
Who are you talking to?
Can I sing?
I'm talking to Eddie. We're waiting for his response. It'll take a couple minutes.
I'm taking my headphones off.
That's people don't want to hear me and Eddie doing a duet of Unchained Melody. Now Berlin, I like that Berlin song. I think I'm not a love maker. I'm more of just let's knock it out. But if I was to make love, I would do that Berlin. What's that called? Take My Breath Away. Yeah, I like that. That's a pretty song.
David asked what about Beach Boy song?
Mm-hmm.
What Beach Boy song can you have sex to? California Girls? Good Vibrations?
California Girls?
I don't know. I didn't even really listen to music. I was just happy to be having sex. I like to hear the sounds of sex. Having sex and you're hearing all the noises.
Your neighbors are the ones who turn
Make
off
your
the
own
music. Drown out her screaming. Terror
Oh
screaming.
man, too much. So what's the plan for us?
What plan?
What's the plan? Are we going into any outings soon, or are we?
We're waiting for you. You got us on the holding pattern.
Oh, okay. So
You got to clear with your
We're
parole
waiting for
officer.
you.
well, I'm thinking about the Britney Spears tribute concert at the Orange County Fair. I'm this close to saying, all right, let's do it, but I'm worried about Alyssa. You know, I don't know if she's going to be all right.
We'll ask her. She'll be here next week. We'll ask her.
She'll be all right by then.
Look at Eddie. He's acting like a doctor. You don't even know what she's doing. She might be getting a leg cut off, and Eddie don't even know.
She'll be out.
Eddie's like, she's all right. She can hop around.
No.
And we'll push her in the wheelchair.
Oh man.
We'll get her. We'll get her scooter.
Oh, come on.
One of those electric scooters.
A rascal.
A scooter or a little car? Well, you got to get her a scooter.
Yeah,
You're gonna make her work. Eddie would get her a scooter, the one she has to use her foot to
No, one of those
push on the ground.
No, one of those like a Mart cart, but
yeah, it should be all right.
Goes
When is it
faster.
in July? She'll be all right in July, I think. We'll see. We'll ask her next week. She's gonna be
she'll
out
be
for
all
just a little bit. I hope Eddie, you fix your internet, because if Eddie could see what's going on, he would understand how this looks. It's like when we ask Eddie a question, he answers it in like
right now
30 seconds later. So we all have to be quiet.
Signal.
Yeah, it's
What?
probably
Oh boy.
Yep. Eddie's never like this, is he?
Not this bad.
Is everybody picking up on your
right now it
internet or
says
what?
medium signal, so I don't know.
I think the whole neighborhood is still on the internet.
I guess
Yeah, you gotta put a password on that.
maybe.
Did
Nah,
let me see
like
here.
share.
But don't share between 9 and 10:30 on a Thursday.
All right. Well, I wish I could see the Instagram. You know what?
Get yourself a tablet or something. You can just
You know
pull it
what?
up.
I think I can see it. Oh my gosh. Okay, I can see Instagram now, guys. But what I do is I gotta leave you guys looking, you know how we're right here and I can see everything going on here. I actually had to go. Oh, you know what? Maybe can I blow it smaller so I can see everybody? Oh, maybe I could. Look at Alberto. Oh no, I can't. Never mind. I can see Instagram.
I want to be able to see it anyway, so I don't know.
I see Paris Holman says her booty is famous. Let me see. Shut the front door. Okay, I see it all now. Trust me, his bark. Okay, I see it all.
Good for you.
But the thing is I'll have to go over to the Instagram page, and then I won't see this page here. Like, you know, we're in the studio together like this. I have to actually jump over to Instagram, and you guys will just hear me. I won't see you. You guys don't give a shit, huh?
Nope.
I wish I could figure out how to do it. Maybe that's what I'll work on this weekend.
All right. Steve's gonna do some work. Wow.
Maybe. Okay, Albert, why don't you tell everybody about our sponsor before we get out of here? I tell Eddie to, but by the time he starts on it, the show will be over.
I'm gonna mute Eddie while
He's gonna start talking right now. Watch.
he's gonna start doing. I muted him.
He's gonna start talking over us.
Natural Wonders. At Natural Wonders, they create high performance health and wellness products that spring naturally from the 7 natural wonders of the world. Natural Wonders wants you to be as clean and as beautiful as nature intended you to be. To help you out, Natural Wonders is offering probably the best deal on the internet. Go to naturalwonders.com. Wonder spelled WNDERZ. Go do your shopping. Go to checkout. Enter the code the M25 Show at checkout, and the M25 Show all squished together. Get 25% off your order. Like I said, probably the best deal on the internet. Natural Wonders. Like I said, it's wonder spelled WUNDERZ, where to them you are the natural wonder.
All right. And as Eddie starts drinking alcohol, maybe this has been the problem of what's happened today.
We need to know what's in that cup.
Drinking straight vodka. Yeah, look at the face he makes after he takes a drink.
Coffee.
Well, there must be some bad tasting coffee. The face. I've never seen anybody make a face drinking coffee like that. You know, when, like say you take a drink of a soda pop, or let's say you had a straight shot and you take a drink. You kind of got that, you know. You make you drink a soda or some juice or something. You don't make the faces he just made. He made that. Oh, that was a good hit face. Yeah,
It's caffeine, Steve.
I did not made you make that snarl face. Yeah, he got to fix that internet, man.
Caffeine hit me good.
David says, what is he saying here? Nick was saying a few shows back it would be cool to have a get-together meetup or something. Nick said that?
I guess he's talking about this, about that. My birthday is coming up, and I want to see if we could all do something soon. My treat.
Oh, all right, like what? Like, would you treat us all to a massage place?
Eddie has a few recommendations.
Yeah, Eddie's got places.
We can get the group discount.
Morton Steakhouse.
Eddie, do you think you can get a group
Morton
discount
Steakhouse.
at your Morton Steak? Where they got a place in the back or what?
No, it's a restaurant.
Oh, I thought you're gonna hook us up at one of your places where you go to the massage parlors so you can get a group discount.
Eddie's internet's breaking up again.
I don't frequent those places.
Oh, remember he got caught.
with was that Patriots owner?
Oh man.
Eddie took the fall.
Oh man, too much. All right, we'll see what's going on. There's so many things going on, and we haven't made any dates for anything, but we have a lot of things that we can do. So I think next week we'll see how Alyssa is going to feel, and I'm liking that Brittany thing. That might be fun, but I don't know. We'll see. My life is very hectic.
I'm sure it is.
It's very hectic.
Sure it is.
I don't know.
You know, poor Steve, bro, burning the candles at both ends.
Steakhouse. So David want to take us to a steakhouse?
Mm-hmm.
What steakhouse? What steakhouse, Eddie, is a good one?
Morton's.
Ponderosa.
Morton's.
Ponderosa. Oh, how about what's that place I've been wanting to try?
Sizzler?
Golden Corral.
Oh, Golden Corral.
Sizzler?
Eddie didn't get upset. I think he's
the Golden Corral.
I think Eddie's softening up on Golden Corral. Usually he gets mad and throws stuff.
They don't have steak there. They don't have steak there.
I've been hearing they do. They have like a grilling station.
Let's go to Morton's. Morton's Steakhouse. No, what's
Steakhouse in Anaheim?
What's a place where they serve like a 25-ounce steak?
There's what's it called? Can't think of it right now. There's one on Washington Boulevard.
Yeah, I guess Eddie, the way Eddie's talking, I
Steak Corral.
Steak Corral. There you go. Steak Corral.
Oh,
Steak Corral's good.
Was that jab for Eddie? Night Cruise, no joke.
No, Steak Corral's good.
Got him all messed up.
No.
Eddie wanted to go to lunch.
No, thank you, Dave.
Even David knows.
No,
Eddie
thank you, David.
They have steak. Something bad happened to Eddie at the Golden Corral. We need to find out. Eddie, you got to open up. We've never seen such hatred for a restaurant from one man.
I just didn't like the food.
How about Lucille's? Damn, how much coffee you got in there? God damn, that's the third time I seen him put it back all the way that far. Shit.
You know those baby bottles that you know you turn them and it was empty, and then it fills up again. That's
Lucille's is good.
Lucille's
is good. There's Morton's is good. What else is good? Steak Crow's good. White House.
Oh,
White House.
Damn. Well, we're going all the way there, huh? Who's paying? Oh, David's paying. All right, let's go to the White House.
The White House in Anaheim.
Yeah, I know.
There's a cellar.
Oh, I thought it was the actual White House.
The White House in
cellar.
Anaheim.
There's
I don't know. We'll see when I don't even know when's your birthday? When is it? I'm sorry, Alberto. Did you put his birthday up? I think he just said it's coming soon, right?
Yeah.
It is. It's May, right?
I believe so. I mean,
Okay.
we are in May, but
even that one place is good too. Outback.
Outback Steakhouse.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I've ever eaten there. That might be an idea. I always wanted to, but I've never been to Outback Steakhouse.
We'll get a bloomin' onion.
A what?
It's pretty good.
A bloomin' onion.
What is that?
So they kind of dice an onion, but it's all together. So it has like little spikes, and then you just pick them and you dip them. So it's a fried onion.
So they just chop it in dices with toothpicks?
They don't chop it. They kind of like they press it down so that it's all connected, and then you just pull like.
It's like an awesome blossom. Have you had an awesome blossom?
I don't want to go there. I don't like onions like that. I like onion rings.
There's Mastro's in Newport Beach.
Is there anything like close to my house?
It's onion rings.
Anything like 5 minutes from my house?
Norms.
David, just buy a bunch of steaks and take them to Steve's house. We'll eat in the backyard.
Norm's restaurant?
Norm's has steaks.
Is it the best steak you've ever had there?
No.
There you go, Steve. Here's the bloomin' onion.
Oh, hey, it's got crispy. It's crispy.
Yeah, I told you it's fried.
Yeah, it's like an onion. It's like an onion.
Okay. Where's this at?
They have them at Outback, but other places. But I mean, Outback, I think is famous for
Outback.
Well, maybe I'm seeing that now. I think I would go to Outback now. Looks actually good.
And there's a dipping sauce right there.
So is it type kind of like an onion ring, but just cut different?
Yeah, say an onion ring, but then you just like
yes.
So the little sticks and you just peel them like
breaded,
like fried zucchini.
And it's called what? Blue ball onion.
Awesome.
Blooming onion.
What's it?
I got a show title right there.
What is it called?
Awesome, Steve.
Blooming onion.
Blooming onion. Okay, that's blue balls. Blooming onion, Eddie. You want to eat blooming onion?
Yeah, that's good.
Are Eddie's still promoting that other? What's one you promoting?
There's the Roadhouse. There's Norm's, Sizzler.
Roadhouse is good. Sizzler's always, you can't miss with Sizzler. That's like the Goodwill of restaurants. You know, it's hit or miss.
Is that their official motto?
Yeah, I'm going to rebrand it. It's no, I'd like to go maybe to Outback to try that. What is it called? The blue onion?
Blue mean onion.
Blue mean onion.
Blooming like a flower blooms.
Oh, blooming onion.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Eddie, you wouldn't eat blue ball onion?
No.
I thought he was gonna make his eyes big.
We're gonna open up our own restaurant. That's gonna be our main dish. The blue ball onion.
Yeah, that'd be. Hey, you think people would come to a restaurant, Eddie, if we opened it and it's called the Blue Ball Onion?
Maybe.
Just out of curiosity.
Just to see, hey, what
Yeah,
is? We gotta go see what this is about. Oh man, that's too much. All right, we'll figure it out. I don't mind going somewhere as long as it's close to my house. I don't know. I haven't
Is
been
Black
to
Angus
travel.
is
Huh?
Black Angus on your shit list, or I forget?
No, we're good.
Okay.
Yeah. Hey, Black Angus, you guys don't like that place?
Been
I
a long
like that
time.
place.
Oh yeah. Yeah, but if David
I
said
like
he's
it.
paying, I guess it shouldn't matter. I was gonna say, it could be a little pricey, but I guess why am I even asking if he says he's? I don't know if they got blue ball onions there. Do they have those onions there, guys?
I don't know.
What is it called? The blooming
Have it.
onion.
Blue Ball Onion.
Chili's
coming
has it.
soon.
Chili's has the. You know what? I don't like Chili's. I went there. I was disappointed. Man, I feel down now.
And with that, we're in the show.
Yeah, let's get the hell out of here. Thanks, Eddie.
Even with the delay, he brings you down.
No, I would go to Black.
I don't know about that restaurant. I'm not going there either.
What? The Black Anus? Oh, come on.
We got all the good restaurants. Blue Ball Onion, Black Anus.
Eddie, what the hell's going on around here? No, I don't want to go to either of those restaurants either. Okay, we'll see. Let's get out of here. Black Angus, Outback. I don't know. Where's there Outback? Is there anyone Outback around here?
In Norwalk.
In Norwalk? Okay.
There's one in Brea.
No, it's not there no more, Eddie. I don't think it's there anymore, is it?
I think it is.
Is it? Over by the mall?
Yes, it is.
It's a little
Yeah.
off. You have to go up State College to Lambert.
Is it by that soup plantation?
Those things are closed.
Oh,
Soup
shit.
Plantation's not there no more.
Okay, well, never mind. I'm way out of. I'm retro today. I'm thinking about the past.
This whole show's been retro.
I think
Yeah,
it's
just
where
I saw-
Soup Plantation used to be.
Eddie, I saw my ex-girlfriend not too long ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah, at
Say hi to her?
Costco. Hell no. Hell
She said hi
no.
to you?
Did Eddie
No.
know this ex-girlfriend?
I didn't want to. I didn't want to even see her. I wanted to leave. I didn't.
Steve
Hey,
ran
we
out
didn't-
of the store. Like, they thought he was a shoplifter.
Yeah, they tackled me at the
Did
door,
you
and then she
eyes
saw
me?
me. Nah,
You eyes
Eddie,
me?
she was not very good to me, Eddie. So I figured since we were doing retro, might as well throw that in there.
Yeah.
Taps is closed. Okay, well, we'll figure it out. We got. When did he say it is? Let me go back here.
It's Sunday.
Oh shit! You don't give us much time to get ready. Damn it, Jim. Ah,
We gotta work.
I
on
thought we
editing
had
it
at
on
least
Sunday.
a month or something. David, why? We're here starting planning, and it's like tomorrow. You guys got to understand.
Steve,
I need time to plan.
Steve needs a month to mentally prepare for having to walk outside his house.
Yes. You guys know when I go to a restaurant or go to a place, it has to be almost empty. We got to be seated somewhere where there's nobody around us.
Sunday before a holiday. I'm sure it's gonna be empty.
Now you're getting me into this position like I'm backed into a corner where I only got a day or two to figure it out.
I went to the
can't.
new restaurant this weekend.
How about to IHOP? Nobody
Where's-
just goes there. Remember, Eddie, when we went and there was just me and you?
Yep.
There's not be on that day.
Yeah, IHOP. You go to
Where's
IHOP?
David live? Maybe.
You're asking me?
Yeah, where's David live? So maybe we can.
Why don't you ask David? He's right there. He's asking. I don't know
I'm
where he
asking
lives.
him, where do you live?
Oh, David, where do you live? Yeah, Eddie's talking like he's the boss now. He must have a little bit harder of a signal going. He's got 3 bars now. Now he's big shit now. I think he lives in
Where does he live?
Somerset.
Somerset.
I don't know what the hell. He lives in is it Fontana? Is it Fontana or
Out there
you know what?
somewhere.
Between I don't know. I don't know where he lives. Between where his place of business at the fortress is and his home, I get mixed up, so I don't know. But Eddie, we're gonna find out.
Where do you live, David? Here in
Eddie.
Claremont.
Okay, I just need some time and we'll try to figure it out because I know Montclair. Where the hell's Montclair?
Far away.
I was just in Montclair this weekend.
Well, okay, give me some things that are around there that I know, like Palm Springs or
Rancho Cucamonga.
Oh, okay. So that's almost by Fontana, kind of. It's the next city over, isn't it? From Rancho Cucamonga, Fontana.
Somewhere around there. I don't know.
Okay, so he lives out there where it's hot. Jeez, it's hot out here. I can imagine how hot it is out there. Let me see here. Yeah, I was trying to get Little Ozzy on the show. We're working on.
It's not that far. It's like 20, like Claremont.
I have
Ask
no
him if
idea
he's David, are you familiar with the Whisper House in Claremont?
Oh man, is that another one of those places? Oh, there he
And
goes.
he's gone. That's it. His internet finally gave out.
The internet gave all it could.
Oh man, and he's gone.
And he's gone. That poor internet was
All right.
hanging on like a little blouse on a big boob girl. Finally busted.
Those Starlink satellites, they're all falling to Earth. They lost all
man.
power.
Next to Pomona and Claremont and Ontario. Oh, wow. It's close to all those. Okay, I know where Pomona is. I know where Ontario is. Claremont, I'm not too sure. I guess it's in the same vicinity.
Yep.
All right. Well, we'll see. We'll see what we can do. I'm a very busy schedule, but we'll see. His internet just died. They pulled the plug. His brother just said, "You know what? I only paid for till 10:45 today. It goes out till midnight tonight."
The prepaid card. He's coming back.
Uh-oh. There you go. Watch it probably sound 100% better. Watch. Oh, no. Oh, Eddie.
Welcome back, Eddie. with his angry face.
Yep. He doesn't even know he's back yet.
What happened? I got booted off.
You booted yourself out.
Eddie, I don't know what happened. What happened? Are you guys sharing
No,
Wi-Fi
I did
or
not.
what? Can you hear me?
He's still on delay.
No, my
It's
thing's going like this. Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, we saw it spinning too, Eddie. All right, let's get out of here because let's go on a high note.
Yeah, I don't know.
We're gonna go on a high note.
The three amigos are here, so
Yes, thanks. We want to thank everybody for tuning in on Instagram, YouTube,
See you next
Facebook,
week.
and on the
Hey,
podcast
we're
when you
saying
get
our
to it.
thank yous.
Yeah, we're saying our thank yous, Eddie. So just listen.
Just sit there, open your
Just
eyes.
listen. Just open your eyes real big and listen. We want to thank our guest, Elizabeth Snow, for coming on. Stop it, Eddie. Elizabeth Snow for coming on. Oh my gosh. I'm laughing at Eddie, everybody. Okay, let's just start over here. Okay. He looks like somebody when he does that, Alberto. Look at him when he does it. Do it again, Eddie. One more time. Watch. Oh, he looks. That's what he looks like. He looks like
Look at the,
William Dafoe. He looks like William Dafoe when he does those memes. I'm gonna send you that meme he does. You know what I'm talking about, Alberto?
No.
He's in back of that cab and he gives those big eyes. I'm gonna send you guys the meme. Oh man, I'm gonna post it. I'm gonna post it in the comments here.
Stop doing that, Eddie. Let's just kill Eddie's camera again.
All right, let's get out of here. We want to thank our guest Elizabeth Snow for coming on. We wish her all the best, a lot of success in her retro pinup competitions and the shows she goes to. And we will be back next week, same time, same place, Thursday. For all information about our show, go to the M25Show.com. All of our links to watch the live stream and to hear podcasts are there. Our sponsors on there and other cool stuff's on there too. So it's just the M25Show.com. Go check that out for all info about us. And remember, life's too short to be shy. Go out there, have fun, but don't get in trouble.
All right. Bye-bye, everyone.
We'll see you guys next week.
we'll see you.
Bye.
Memories in high school flames. Some good, some bad. Can you remember their names? Light up a smoke on Pomona Street with the long hair rockers. Oh, the memories. Classic cars, big tits and bars. Drinking all night like rock and roll stars. When I play that song, don't it take